severe weather coming through. Maybe watch out for some of those flooding impacts. But what you're looking at right now is some hot temperatures, and it has been warm into the southwest. That heat is now transferring more so into the central part of the country as that ridge of high pressure continues to move more towards the east. But right now, Albuquerque, New Mexico, 87 degrees right now. But take a look into tomorrow. Those temperatures climb even more to the mid-upper 90s. We're talking in Dallas, Lubbock, and Amarillo, Texas. Even in Tulsa, Oklahoma, you're going to be in the upper 80s. Look how high up, how high north this heat ends up going. Omaha, Nebraska, going to be in the low 80s for tomorrow. Now, Friday, the heat continues on, sticking into the upper 90s for folks in Amarillo. Midland, Texas, going to be heading into about 97. Arkansas in the upper 80s. But not only is it going to be the heat, it's also the moisture building up from the Gulf. So it's going to feel a little bit warmer than it actually is with those really high dew points. But of course, we have that ridge of high pressure. It's going to be bringing in all of that heat. And of course, we could even see a couple of those daily record highs being broken over the next couple of days. But the heat, the moisture, all of that is going to be the fuel for these storm systems. Thursday, Friday, and into Saturday, that's just the beginning of these severe threats. We have 7 days to go of severe storms possible throughout the country. But let's start off with your Thursday, because we do have that level 2 out of 5 for parts of Kansas. Now, we have all this instability that's going to be increasing thanks to all of that moisture that's pushing in from the Gulf, plus the heat that we're dealing with the ridge of high pressure. So plenty of storm energy, especially as we get into the later half of the day. The daytime heating is going to be allowing for more of that storm energy to increase into Oklahoma and Kansas specifically into our Thursday. Now, for the most part, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, the storm setup really good for some major hail makers. We are talking about 2-inch sized hail, which will be possible. That's close to egg-sized hail for some of these storm systems. That's going to be a possibility. Let's walk you through what's going to happen into our Thursday. Isolated showers at this point throughout Oklahoma and into Kansas to start off the day in the morning hours. But it's going to be the late afternoon, early evening where we start to see a lot more of those storms bubbling up. So around 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock Central Time, we'll start to see some more of those storms into Oklahoma as well as into Kansas trying to get started. So we could see some stronger to even severe storms there. Now, once we move into your Friday, the storms, the showers, they continue to track on in through. Now, we're talking a level 2 out of 5 for that severe threat for folks throughout Kansas, as well as even into Missouri, Kansas City, smack dab in the middle of that level 2 out of 5 for severe storms. So again, looking into the future radar and clouds for your Friday, we'll still have some of those lingering showers from the day before from that severe threat. And once we get into the later half of your Friday, depending on how much cloud cover sticks around, we may be dealing with a little bit more of that less instability, which means that severe threat could get dampened down just a little bit. But as of right now, looking into around 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock, those storms are going to start to fire up quite a bit, especially near the Kansas City area. This will continue into the late night hours on your Friday as well. Now let's move on to Saturday. We're still quite a few days away from this, a level 2 out of 5 when it comes to that severe threat for folks throughout Oklahoma as well as into Kansas and even into Missouri too. So very similar spots that are going to get hit over and over again with these storm chances. So we'll be watching out for that as that low continues to track more towards the east. And of course, we do have that dry line too that we have to watch out for parts of Texas. Going to be heading into that very humid and hot area. So that could also fire up a couple more of those stronger systems to even severe storms as well. Now, looking into Saturday afternoon into the evening, that's when the storms fire up. But this is just the beginning here, Ian. We have more storms on the way. Again, this is going to be a 7-day stretch where somewhere in the country we're dealing with some sort of severe threat.